It's Teddy Wanning. I go to College Youth School in Dalston and I live in Carlisle.
Hi, I'm Libby. I go to Keswick School and I did Dream Placement in February.
My name's Ebony Ritchie. I go to Workington Academy 6th Form.
I was at Nuclear Waste Services and it was a great week with Tracy Badham and Paul Skelton.
I did my Dream Placement with Nuclear Waste Services.
I did Dream Placement in February of 2022 with the Whatever Harbour Commissioners. I was tasked with modernising all of the type of social media stuff and trying to communicate with the younger audience.
I was lucky enough to get a placement with Cumbria LEP. I mainly worked with the Media and Communications Department and the Skills Department throughout my week.
They were very interested in learning from us as well as us learning from them. And it was a lot about learning into the nuclear industry, the future of the nuclear industry and the storage and disposal of the waste.
Definitely apply, especially if you're in year 12. It gives you something to put on your personal statements when you're going into uni. Even if you don't get a placement, you get the experience of the application and even the interviews.
Dream Placement was a life-changing experience for me and it really set me on my path on what I wanted to pursue in life and led to me later on getting in my own apprenticeship.
This week has opened my eyes to the new opportunities in Cumbria, and it's been a really great experience that has really helped me add things to my CV in any applications.
Since then, I've still carried on communications with them and I help them out on various occasions with their media and with going into schools and with National Citizen Service.
The BBC took me on and I'll be going to work with Radio Cumbria in September. This is as a result of the experience I gained through Dream Placement.
Hi, Bernie here from the Dream Placement team. I want to give you some application tips. Now, go to dreamplacement.org.uk and you will see the application form. I'm going to take some of those questions and I'm just going to give you a couple of hints and tips on how to make your application stand out. The first question is what subjects you like. Don't just write what you think people want to hear. Tell us what your favourite subjects are. You might be doing other kind of classes. You might do music outside of your A-level subjects or whatever you're doing for your apprenticeship or wherever you are right now. Tell us about that as well. If your favourite subject is sport, PE, tell us. You might not be studying it, but it might be your favourite subject. So write down the favourite subjects that you've got or anything that you've studied in the past that really kind of lit a fire within you. Next question is about business sectors. Now, I don't expect you to know every single element of every sector, but if you're interested in a specific type of role, then you're going to have looked at it, aren't you? So start looking at the business sectors that you might be interested in. So it could be engineering, it could be health, it could be science-based careers, it could be music, like I've said before, it could be a creative career, it could be in administration or finance. So think about the areas and we want two choices really. So which is your top one and which is your kind of second level choice at the moment. What are your top 3 skills? We want to know a little bit about what you're good at. So if you're really good at keepy uppies or you're really good at influencing people, so if you're good at things like debating, or if you have started political campaigns, or you've done things that have changed things, if you've been in the paper for doing a protest, say about the climate change or something to do with A-level results this year, or you've been upset about something that's happened locally and you've done something about it, tell us what your top 3 skills are. Work out what they are first, and if you're not sure, ask your parents, ask your teachers, ask your friends. They'll be honest, they might be brutal, but they'll tell you what they think your top attributes or your top skills are. That's really important. What do you want to learn? Where do you feel there's a kind of knowledge gap, or in terms of where your kind of 5 or 10 year vision is, What do you think you need to learn in order to get there? And I'm not just talking about subjects. So obviously there'll be subject and there'll be kind of technical knowledge that you might need. But what about you as a person? Do you need to learn how to get other people to do work for you? So delegate. Do you need to be much more organised with your time? Do you need to learn how to kind of manage yourself? Do you need to stop treating your bedroom like a pigsty? So do you need to get more organised and structured and think ahead? Do you need to be slightly more active? So what do you want to learn? What are your ambitions? What do you really want to do? Some people, Greta Thunberg, 2 years ago, sat down outside of school on a Friday and said, I want to change the world. She is now on the global stage. There are climate change deniers all over the world that are really, really angry with a 16-year-old girl. She has done something that thousands and thousands, well, millions of other people haven't done. So what are your ambitions? I'm not saying you might want to do that. You might just want to have a nice house and a nice car. It's whatever your ambitions are. Or maybe take some time now to reflect on what your ambitions might be. Put it in the application form. Now, next question is about leadership. Because the Centre for Leadership Performance is all about developing leadership, where have you seen it? Where have you seen leadership? Where have you seen good leadership? Throughout the COVID crisis, it has been mentioned that a lot of women leaders or countries that are governed by women have done a really good job. So look at Germany with Angela Merkel. You've got New Zealand with Jacinda Ardern. Really, really well managed, really well organised, and very, very low levels of cases. So where have you seen good leadership, and where might you have seen bad leadership? Now back to you. What is your 5-year plan? Is it get a degree, get a job? Is it do a 3 to 4 year apprenticeship, which means you get paid while you learn? Is it to write a novel? Is it to take a gap year and travel around as much as you can in the world that's slightly compromised by COVID at the moment? So that's a 5-year plan. What is it? Don't be afraid to go to 10 years or 20 years. You know, if you really, really, really want to change the world, it doesn't happen overnight. Lastly, you are more than your grades. A lot of the way you will get ranked in the future, well, you already have done, is by your grades. Grades are great because they're a key to open the next door for what your life is going to be, but they're not you. So the last section on the application form gives you a chance to explain who you are. Why should you do it? Because it improves your skills. Why else should you do it? Because it's great for your future. It's brilliant for your CV. It's life-changing. Some of the people that went on placements were immediately offered the chance to apply for apprenticeships and jobs within the organisation that they have it in. So at this time where everything is so febrile and we're not quite sure what's going to be happening in the future, why wouldn't you put yourself in a position to have opportunities that other people wouldn't? So get on that. Oh, the other thing, it's actually really good fun. You learn loads about yourself. You learn loads about organisations in Cumbria, and you create a network of people who might be helpful to you in the future, and who you could pass on your support to too. So why wouldn't you get involved? That's a dream placement. Go to dreamplacement.org.uk to find out all you need to know about it.